All right, ladies and gentlemen, my 90 seconds is up. So let us know. Let us see who we've got in the house with us tonight as we prepare to get started for tonight's webinar. So again, I am H Cortez, also known as the financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur. Super excited to bring to you and present tonight's information about what the Black Wealth Movement is, what it is not, and how you could potentially partner with us and benefit from some of the wonderful things that we have going on. I am here in St. Louis, Missouri. It looks like we have Ariel, another St. Louisan in the house. Who else? We have Cheyenne from Maryland. Awesome Nicole from San Francisco. Awesome. Alicia, St. Paul, Minnesota, by way of the Lou. Okay. All right. Let's see. Taquanda, looks like we have out of Atlanta, Georgia, but originally from Connecticut. Awesome. Glad to have you with us, Taquanda. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Myrna Hollins from Beverly Hills, Michigan. Beverly Hills, Michigan. Good. Quanda saw the post on Facebook and decided to join. Okay, cool. Awesome. Looks like we have Dan out of Cali. Good. Yogi Powell out of PA. Let's see. Who else? We got Nada from St. Louis. We also have Dante out of Charlotte, North Carolina. All righty. Looks like somebody has a hand up. So let's see. Who's got a hand up? Dante's got a hand up. All right. If you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat. I do have a couple of my teammates mining the chat, and they will either respond to your questions via that same chat, or they will alert me to go ahead and address the question on camera here. So what is the Black Wealth Movement? The Black Wealth Movement is a network of individuals committed to bringing financial literacy to the Black community. We understand that in order to empower a community, it starts with education, and through that education and that empowerment, then you can get community development, but you can't do that without capital. So we found a way for the average Black man and woman who's working extremely hard day to day, night in, night out, day in, day out on their job, how they can transform their financial situations and start building wealth from scratch. So we are a network of individuals committed to bringing financial literacy to the Black community. We teach 5 core disciplines when it comes to building wealth. What are they? Number 1, entrepreneurship. We are all in America. In America, America is business. So if you don't have a business in America, you're basically a foreigner in your own country. We often wonder how other cultures can come into our communities, set up shop, and thrive and start building their own communities off the backs of our community. And I'll tell you this, the reason that they're able to do that and come over here and have such success fairly quickly is because they speak the language of America. And no, I'm not talking about English. The language of America is capitalism. We as Black people for too many years have spent too much of our life stakes on the other side of capitalism, and we participate in consumerism. Other cultures don't do that. They come to our country, they speak the language of capitalism very well, so they don't go get a job, they start a business. So we teach entrepreneurship as one of the fundamental foundational principles of the Black Wealth Movement. Number 2, tax minimization. There's not a single wealthy person on this planet that pays a dime more in taxes than they absolutely have to. We want our people to be just like that, to understand the power that the tax code possesses for building wealth. Number 3 is debt elimination, right? I love the 8th wonder of the world, which is compound interest, right? But if you're paying compound interest instead of earning compound interest, that's where the problem is. So we want Black people to have a system of getting out of debt. Number 4, credit education. I talk about credit education all the time and I like this analogy because I think it sinks and hits home with most people. Cash is still king in America today, but credit rules the kingdom. Cash is still king in America, but credit rules the kingdom. Right? So if you don't understand why it's important to have good credit, why it's important to maintain good credit, and most importantly, how to leverage credit. In other words, how to leverage other people's money to build wealth and to buy assets and to grow your a legacy, then you are missing the boat. And then the fifth core principle that we teach, the reason that we're going through the first four is so that you can free up the money that you need to start accumulating income producing assets. See, we have a simple formula. In fact, it is the only formula for building wealth that has ever existed, the only formula that will ever exist. And it is this: cash, asset, cash. All that simply means is every time you get your hands on some cash, you buy, build, or invest in some sort of income producing asset that's going to bring you more cash. When that becomes your life's habit, then you will start to build wealth on autopilot. And we want you to join this network of people so we can show you how to make that your habit, right? So let me address these main two elephants in the room that we have to talk about before we go any further. I know you're wondering to yourself, is there a cost to be involved in the Black Wealth Movement? And the short answer is yes. In order to join the Black Wealth Movement, there is a monthly subscription fee of $34.95 per month. Now, I know that seems laughable, right? It breaks down to $1.17 a day, and we're going to teach you how to, we're going to give you a business, teach you how to minimize your taxes, how to eliminate your debt, how to use credit to either build credit, to maintain good credit, or to leverage credit to build wealth, and we're going to teach you some killer investment strategies. Right? All for $34.95. But I want to get that out up front in the beginning of the presentation because I'm not for wasting anybody's time. I don't want to keep that to the end of the presentation. You find out it costs a little bit of money to join our movement and you feel like you wasted an hour. No. If you have commitment issues and you don't understand how to invest in yourself as little as $1.17 per day, then you're not the type of person that we're looking for, right? You're not the type of person that we're looking for. So, Myrna, I think it looks like you have your hand up. If you have a question, go ahead and type it in the chat. That way, one of my teammates can go ahead and answer it, or if it's something that should be addressed for the group, they will go ahead and notify me. But go ahead and type your question in the chat. I know sometimes people have their hands up because they're hitting buttons, they're new to Zoom, and they do it on accident. But go ahead and type your question in the chat, and maybe somebody can answer it, or I will get to it towards the end of the presentation. So $34.95 per month is the monthly fee, and you get those 5 core wealth building strategies. But really quickly, let me show you what that $34.95 covers, and then we'll address the other elephant in the room. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys real quick. There we go. So first and foremost, when you join our network, you're getting your own financial education franchise. We partner with a company called My Econ out of Atlanta, Georgia. It is a Black-owned company. It is a debt-free company. I wouldn't be associated with a company trying to teach people how to get out of debt if that company was in a whole lot of debt themselves. So it's a debt-free, technology-driven, Black-owned company out of Atlanta, Georgia. That focuses on teaching financial education to the Black community. So what this company does is they provide the tools, the education, the software, and the website in order to maintain and run your financial education franchise. So the first thing that $34.95 covers is your very own website. The moment you partner with the Black Wealth Movement, you have your own financial education franchise. Immediately, people can go to your website and start buying products and services that they could use. So products like identity theft protection, the Smart Money Kit is credit education. The Cash Flow Manager is a software that allows you to track your expenses. We'll talk a little bit about that because when you're a business owner, you get certain write-offs and you have to keep good records. So we'll show you how that works. People can come to your website and book travel through Priceline and get a discount. There's health and nutrition products. There's also coffees and teas. There's a cashback mall. If you like shopping online, you can shop through your own portal and actually earn cash back for doing so. Roadside assistance, which is similar to AAA. Family Shield 360 is 3 supplemental insurances. And then there's credit monitoring. So people can come to your website the moment you join the Black Wealth Movement and start shopping, and you can start earning commissions right away with us, right? So number one, you get your own website. There's no additional hosting fees, anything like that. Your website is up the moment you get rolling with us, and you can bring people to this website. They can watch an opportunity video that teaches them what My Econ is all about and how they can partner with us. But those are the products and services, right? Now, I'm also going to go into what is called our income shifting membership. The main thing that you're going to get is our income shifting membership. So this is the back office of my website, my financial education franchise. I have my mobile apps, because you do the Cash Flow Manager is a mobile app, and so is the My Econ portal is a mobile app. There's a quick start orientation that teaches you a little bit about what it is that you have your hands on with My Econ and this financial education franchise. Training center is where I go get my financial education. There's tools, there's reports that tell me how many people are joining my team, how many sales are coming through my website, all of that stuff. There's a store, messages, documents. So you get your own back office and virtual tracking and virtual secretary that keeps your records for you, right? But in addition to that, you get the financial success membership. So your $34.95 covers the Smart Money Kit. The Smart Money Kit is our do-it-yourself credit education program, right? I think this video auto plays. No, it does not. So inside the Smart Money Kit, you have our 750 credit plan, which is the do-it-yourself 10-module credit education program that will teach you how to get your credit score up to 750 if it's not already there. It will teach you how to maintain that credit score, and then we collectively as a unit will teach you how to leverage credit to build wealth. There's also included in this module 750 credit monitoring. We do have the lowest credit monitoring in the entire industry. Most companies will charge you, the big three will charge you anywhere from $20 to $30 a month for credit monitoring. Our credit monitoring is $34.95 for an entire year of credit monitoring, right? Or you can pay $23.95 for 6 months of credit monitoring. And then inside of this Smart Money Kit is our income shifting strategy that teaches you how to increase your take-home pay on your job, how to use that money to systematically pay off your debts, especially if they're credit card debts. You can use that to improve your credit utilization, which boosts the credit score in and of itself. But it gives you everything that you need to do to build your own credit. How cool is that, right? We talked a little bit about the Cash Flow Manager. The Cash Flow Manager is the record-keeping software. Because we talk about tax minimization and you having your own business, right? I have my own business, so I keep my records in my Cash Flow Manager, right? And let's see, if I go to view and edit an expense, you will see the last expense that I put into my Cash Flow Manager was meals and entertainment, which was, or that was from earlier this month. So it's going in chronological order. So the last thing I put in my Cash Flow Manager is a toll fee, because I was in Chicago over the weekend and I've never experienced so many tolls in my life, man. What is the deal with you Chicagoans and all the doggone tolls, man? And then my sons were playing in a basketball tournament, so I had to go back and forth. So I'm in and out of those tolls like crazy. But as you can see, it records the date of the expense, what the expense was, the category, how much the expense cost, who I was with, what it was, where I was, and I even am able to take a picture of the actual receipt as well, right? How about the miles that I drove to Chicago, right? So I was able to track the transportation, my mileage, what vehicle was I in? I was in my vehicle number 3. My miles when I started, my miles when I ended, and how many business miles did I drive over the weekend? 690 miles, right? If you multiply that 690 by 56 cents per mile, that's how much of a write-off I get for the mileage that I drove, right? So this is a good record-keeping software that helps you keep your records on the fly, right? And I did all of that from my cell phone. So we're talking about what's included in your financial success membership. Those are the main two products, but you also get identity theft protection. Key login defense system protects your cell phones, tablets, and laptops so that it encrypts every keystroke that you type in. So if you have some sort of spyware on your computer, they can't get your passwords based on you typing them in because they encrypt everything. Legal Club is legal, discount legal and some free legal services. Tax advice and preparation, because we talk tax minimization. You want you to be able to reach out to some professionals to help you in that capacity. Also, discount travel is available. Discounts on hotels, discounts on rental cars, and also airfare. The last time I was in Atlanta and stayed in a hotel, I stayed in a Hilton Garden, which is normally between 119 and 129 per night. I booked that through my own site, and I paid $77 per night for a $119 per night room, right? And then we talked about the Cashback Mall. I do a lot of my shopping through Walmart. I used to go to the store and shop and browse the store. Now I do all that shopping through my Cashback Mall. Walmart is one of those stores. I place my order online, and then I just go to the store and pick it up, and I earn cash back every time I do that. So when people ask us what's included in the $34.95, those are the products that are included, as well as your own website and the business and the ability to earn compensation by selling products through your site and referring people to our Black Wealth Movement. All right, so I'm going to jump out of screen share real quick, and let me see. Looks like there are some questions. I'm not interested in this program. I thought this was sharing knowledge to grow as a community. Okay, sounds good. But we are sharing knowledge on how to build wealth. I may have missed the point. I thought this was a network of building community of people of color to give back, building relationships to carry to improve our Black community. Yes, you may have missed the point completely, because this is a network of doing just that, but we find that there are not a lot of Black people with anything to give back. So this is the Black Wealth Movement, where we're teaching Black people how to build wealth so that they have something to give back, so that we can go and buy back our communities, so that we can go and put storefronts and grocery stores and banks and things in our communities. Most people who are talking about that stuff have no financial solution to make that stuff happen. That's why the Black Wealth Movement was formed. That's why my econ, the company, was formed, to help Black people generate the necessary revenue to do the very things that we need to have done in our communities. So yes, you may have missed the point on that altogether. Is we are coming together collectively to help one another build financial stability through a business opportunity that teaches financial education, right? So that's what what is in the $34.95 per month membership. Now, the second elephant that we have to address in the room is the fact that my econ as a business opportunity is a network marketing company. I know most people cannot stand network marketing companies. Either they had a bad relationship with someone in a network marketing company, they tried it themselves and it didn't work out too well. Some of them had family friends and family and friends who pestered them about network marketing businesses, and they don't want to hear it. I get that. If that's you, then this may not be the best place for you, because in order to the reason we use network marketing as our entrepreneurship endeavor is because the IRS recognizes network marketing companies as legitimate businesses that allow us the same tax write-offs as any other company. I'm gonna say that again. We take a strategic approach to building a network marketing company because the IRS recognizes a network marketing company as a business as any other on the planet, and we get the same write-offs as all of those Fortune 500 companies: Walmart, Google, Apple, Dell, Microsoft, Target, Macy's, you name it. If they are in business, they get a lot of write-offs, and so do we. The reason I showed you my cash flow manager and the expenses that I had recorded, because guess what? Those expenses for me are tax deductible. So for the month of July, so far this month, I've already spent $150 in my business, but that's going to come off my taxable income at the end of the year as a business expense. So you may be wondering, okay, if you're using this strategically, what kind of things can I write off? How about the business use of your home, right? I'm sitting in my living room, which doubles as my studio because I do my live daily morning show right here. So a percentage of my mortgage is tax deductible. How about the business use of your car? I drove my own van to Chicago to have some meetings with my local Chicago team, and we're teaching them some of these strategies. Just so happened, while I was there teaching my team how to build wealth, my son was playing in the basketball tournament, and I watched a few of his games too. But the purpose that I went to Chicago is to have some business meetings. Therefore, all of the miles, the gas, the food, the entertainment, we caught a movie when we was there, all of that is a tax write-off because I have a small network marketing business called My Econ, part of the Black Wealth Movement. See, it's more to the Black Wealth Movement than you know, and we can't lay everything out for you in 1 hour. Just know that we have a strategy for Black America to build wealth from scratch. If I told you to be in a part of the Black Wealth Movement, you had to go out and get a brick and mortar business, how many of you have the capital and the credit to go and make that happen right now? Most Black people do not. So we've added the network marketing piece that gives you an affordable business for $1.17 per day. You can write off your lifestyle bills that you were paid monthly, whether you have a business or not. How many of you guys, type a 1 in the chat right now if you realize that whether you have a business or not, you're going to pay your cell phone bill next month, right? Type a 1 in the chat if you realize whether you have a business or not, you're going to pay utilities next month: light bill, gas bill, water bill. Type a 1 in the chat if you realize that whether you have a business or not, you're going to pay a cell phone, internet bill next month. So you guys starting to see the strategic approach that we use to building wealth. You're going to pay these bills monthly anyway. Why not let Uncle Sam help you pay for some of them? You're going to feed yourself daily. Why not let Uncle Sam pick up 50% of the check for the meals that you have locally? And if you were like me, I was out of town in Chicago, so when you're 100 miles away from home, Uncle Sam picks up 100% of the check. There's a strategic approach to building wealth, and nobody's teaching it to Black people but us. And I'm sorry for the young lady or the young man who just couldn't see that early on, right? We're not that group that just comes together to talk about what needs to go on in the Black community. If you thought this is what that is, then yes, you are mistaken. We are taking action that will transform the Black community, right? So those are some of the strategies, and that's why we have the network marketing piece. If you don't understand that and you don't like network marketing and you can't see past the network marketing to see how that strategy of having a small, inexpensive home-based business can save you $12,000 to $15,000 in taxes per year, then maybe this entire thing is over your head. And that's okay. Maybe you can't see the vision of this, and maybe you want to go partner with somebody else who has a slightly different vision. That is cool with us. We just want to make sure that you understand what the Black Wealth Movement is and what it is not. Yes, when someone goes to my website, they can buy products from me, but that is not the purpose of my having a website. Do I sell products from time to time? Sure I do. But my focus is on the strategies of having a business and using that to write off my lifestyle. How many of you guys have children? Type a K in the chat if you have kids. Type a K in the chat if you have kids. If you have kids, type a K in the chat. Because this is my favorite tax write-off of them all. Because I have 5 sons. My favorite tax write-off is I no longer give my kids an allowance. I put them to work in my home-based business. Now I pay them a salary. Why is that different than an allowance? An allowance is not tax deductible. I can't write off allowances. But I can enter into a contract with my children and spell out their duties that they will do in the home-based business and then give them a regular paycheck. And that paycheck for me becomes a tax write-off. As long as I don't pay them more than $6,300 per year, they don't have to file a tax return. I'm going to say that again because some of y'all missed it. I can pay my children $6,300 per year per child. If they don't make more than $6,300 in a single year, they don't even have to file a tax return, but I get to write off that whole $6,300. So my sons play ball, and it cost them $1,200 something between 2 of them to join this basketball club. Okay, they work in my business. I pay them a check. They deposit the check. They withdraw the money from their account, and they pay their club fees. So now Uncle Sam just helped my kids play AAU basketball for the summer. You guys starting to get why we take the strategic approach? You cannot do that if you don't have a business. So we got the most inexpensive business with the most benefits that you can find on the planet. Nicole says, what's the age limit? Can you pay a 13-year-old? Yes, the safe age limit is 6 years old to 18, 6 to 17. 6 years old to 17. Can you use some other strategies to pay kids who are younger? Think about the Gerber baby. You think the Gerber baby got paid? Or the Gerber baby's guardians, that picture that they used, Gerber paid that baby's family to use that image, right? So there's ways that you can use children who are younger, depends on the business, depends on what you're using them for, or what you're paying them for. But yes, and the only caveat is you cannot pay them an exorbitant amount of money that is far beyond their age and or their skill level. So at 13 years old, your child can be your social media manager. Your child probably knows more about Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook than you do. Make them your social media manager and pay them minimum wage and contract with them to do 5 hours per week in your business. And you give them $40 or $50 per week. That totals up to about $200 per month times 12. That's $2,400 that you will get to write off. Yeah. Yeah. So she said her kids and her nieces used to model and got paid very well. Be under certain ages, you can still pay, but for them to do physical labor, a 6-year-old, if I'm vending somewhere and I have them standing in front of my vendor table and they're just passing out my business cards, I can pay them for that. And that would be a nice write-off for me for paying them for that for a couple hours, right? So that's why we take the strategic approach. That's why the network marketing piece is there. Now, are there any questions before I jump into this last piece? I think we said what you get. I think we said what it is not, right? It is network marketing. We have a very special way that we do that for those who don't really like network marketing, but they like all of the other things that we bring to the table. I'm going to show you how you can pay it forward for just 3 people, and it could change your life, and you don't have to really be crazily overzealous about trying to recruit and bring people into this thing. But that's what it is. That's what it's not. Yes, there is a monthly commitment of $35 per month. And it's $35 to start as well, and then $35 per month. That is network marketing. That is one of the components. But let me just throw this out there for those of you who are new to the team, those of you who are investigating this thing. Whether you get really good at recruiting people or not, I want you to understand something about our strategies. When you join the Black Wealth Movement, you have a home-based business. Because you have a home-based business, you're able to adjust your W-4 form on your job. Type in the chat if you're already on the team what your increase in pay was per month when you joined the team. I want you to see some numbers real quick. If you're already on the team and you adjusted your W-4 form and you got an increase in your take-home pay, type what that monthly income increase was for you. For me, when I was working my job before I started doing this full time, I increased my take-home pay by $270 per month. Donna says her increase was $200 per month. I want you to see something, because for those of you who are saying that I can only see this $35 as a monthly bill, I don't need to add another bill. If you partner with us and you're in the 80% of people who are overpaying their taxes, chances are you can get an extra $200 a month. Aaron Johnson said he got an extra $150 a month. I myself personally got an extra $270 per month. Anybody else on the team who completed strategy 1 and saw an increase in their take-home pay? You think Donna is complaining about paying $34 per month when she got a $200 a month increase in her take-home pay? You think Aaron sees that $34 a month as a bill, or do you think he sees it as an investment? He invested $34.95 to get a $150 increase monthly in his take-home pay. Anybody else on the team able to type in the chat what their increase was, right? Nada says her increase was $428 per month, right? Started on July 5th. My increase was $39 on Friday. So sure, small increase, just got started with us. So we'll see what that continues to develop into monthly. So you see that our strategies are working for people, right? So that is just one strategy, and that's why this is powerful. So that alone can help you build wealth. Now, what we teach you to do with that increase is, if you're like a Nada Black and you got an extra 428, how long do you think it takes for your card note to go away if you throw that whole 428 at the card note? How long does it take for the credit card bills to go away if you got an extra 428 and you throw that at the credit card bills? What about student loan? You're throwing an extra 428 at your student loans. You're throwing an extra 428 at any other debt that you have. Does that disappear relatively quickly? I think so. So even if you don't get good at recruiting and things of that nature, just understand our strategies are what's making Black people wealthy more than the business income side. Our strategies, because when you take that extra income, you get yourself out of debt. Now you look up in 12 months, all your bills are paid. You got an extra $2,000 at the end of every month. And we teach you how to buy assets with that. We teach you how to invest to get double-digit rates of return. That's what makes you wealthy. That's what makes you wealthy. We have the business income piece as a strategy, and those who are good at recruiting and those who are good at selling products, they can just add a little fuel to that fire. So I just wanted to be very clear about what the Black Wealth Movement is and what it isn't. You will hear a lot of people talk a lot about what they think the Black Wealth Movement is, but I'm glad that you guys decided to join us tonight to hear directly from us exactly what the Black Wealth Movement is. Now, let's talk about making some money with the Black Wealth Movement. Is everybody okay with us talking about money? Give me a dollar sign if you're okay with us talking about money, right? One of the things that we absolutely have to overcome as Black people is this notion that there is something wrong with us being wealthy. One of the things that we have to overcome as Black people in America is this notion that there is something wrong with being wealthy. I get this a lot, man. I really get it a lot. I travel the country and I talk to people about wealth, and the first thing they do is they immediately substitute my word wealth for their word rich. First thing they do is they immediately substitute my word wealth for their word rich. And I say, man, I teach Black people how to build wealth from scratch. You know that a rich man can't enter into heaven, right? I said, I teach Black people how to build wealth, and you talking about riches, right? Being rich ain't everything. I teach Black people how to build wealth, and you talking about rich. Right? There is a difference, and most Black people don't understand the fundamental difference. I'll tell you my difference real quick, and then I'll talk about how we can make some money with the Black Wealth Movement. What is the difference between wealth and riches? Riches is more about a dollar amount, right? $1 million, that will make some people rich, right? $10 million, that will make some people rich, right? But what if I made $10 million a year and I got a $12 million a year lifestyle? Am I wealthy? I make $10 million a year, but I have a $12 million per year lifestyle. You will look at the amount of dollars that come in and you will say, man, that brother's rich. But if I'm spending more than I make consistently, that doesn't make me wealthy. On the other hand, with this Black Wealth Movement, I can show you how to make $5,000 per month. You keep your lifestyle the same at $3,000 per month. You're not rich, but you're wealthy. Why? Because wealth is about how your money comes in. Wealth is about how your money comes in. I can make $1 million per hour using my labor. The moment I stop using my labor, I get hurt, I retire, I quit, I stop doing what I was doing, that $1 million per hour stops coming in. You're gonna see real quickly here that with the Black Wealth Movement, we teach you how to make passive and residual income. That's the other reason that we like network marketing so much. Passive and residual income, so that whether I roll over in bed and roll out of bed, I'm still straight either way, right? Today I had, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 people join the Black Wealth Movement. I don't know none of them. I barely know the people that they join with. It's called leveraged income. Black people don't know a whole lot about it, and when you talk to them about it, most of them have an STD instantly when you start talking about leveraged income. And I don't know, I'm not talking about a sexually transmitted disease. Most of them are scared to death to even think about leveraged income. When you talk to a Black person about leveraged income, first thing comes out of their mind is, I don't want to make money off people, because they don't understand leveraged income. I'm leveraging a tool right now to create income called the internet, called the Zoom app, called a laptop, to generate income. So I'm creating leveraged income. That's not necessarily making money off people, but I'm leveraging something so that I can earn leveraged income. But black people don't understand. All right, so all right, I'll save that for the morning show. So we have a method called pay it forward. In order for you to join the Black Wealth Movement tonight, somebody will pay it forward for you to join. That's the only way you can get in the Black Wealth Movement. The only way you can get in the Black Wealth Movement is somebody pays it forward for you to join. Here's the type of person that we're looking for. You got to meet 5 qualifications. You have to be family oriented. Family is the cornerstone of nation. That's why the black family is under attack. If they keep the black family divided, then they never have to worry about a black nation. Got to be committed to your family. Number 2, got to be committed to building a legacy. That means you got to be willing to sacrifice today for a greater tomorrow. You got to be willing to go through hell so your children will never have to. Those are the type of people that we want to connect with. Number 3, you've got to be committed to the black community. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that when I get my money all the way right, I'm not going to fly around the world a couple times. But what I'm looking to do when my cup runneth over is to make sure that my community is straight. Number 4, you've got to be committed to teaching other people. Each one teach one. Problem is, each one has been teaching one a load of BS because we haven't gained real knowledge, especially when it comes to building wealth. So when you learn these wealth building strategies, they start working in your life. Don't be like some of the countless other wealthy people in the black community where they're hoarding how they gain their wealth. No, you have to, each one has to teach one. Be committed to teaching this to others. And number 5, you have to be willing to pay it forward for at least 3 people. At least 3 people. Why 3 people? Because my econ pays in a certain way, and we mastered the my econ compensation plan so that if you just pay it forward for 3 people, and you're one of those people who can't stand network marketing, you could still create a strong residual and passive income just by paying it forward for 3 people. Here's how it works. This is you at the top, right? Oh, yeah, I told you guys it was network marketing, right? So you had to know some circles was gonna go up on this board. That's what network marketers do, right? They draw circles, right? So this is you, right? We said that it normally costs $35. It normally costs $35 to start. So that means if it costs $35 to start and you have to commit to paying it forward for 3 people, then your commitment is $105. Your initial commitment is $105, right? So if this is you and you honor your commitment and you pay it forward for Joe, Mary, and Sue. When you paid it forward for Joe, you earned a $10 commission from my econ because I told you have your own financial education franchise. Because it is a business, my econ will pay you for introducing people to my econ. We're just branding it as the Black Wealth Movement because once we get our money right, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4 for the Black Wealth Movement, bananas. Imagine 1,000 independently wealthy people in your city that you're connected with. And you're able to go through that Rolodex of that 1,000 people and ask all 1,000 of them to invest $10,000 into your project. See, it's bananas. It's bananas. But we're going to stay on phase 1, right? So you paid it forward for Joe. You paid it forward for Mary. You earned another $10. But when you paid it forward for Sue, you got an advance in rank to executive vice president. So that means my econ is going to pay you a little bit more. So instead of paying you $10, they're going to pay you $35. Is everybody tracking with me so far? Right? So when you paid it forward for the first 3 people, you just earned 55 of your $105 investment back. Right? Not bad, because even though you don't like network marketing, most people know 3 people that either want to fix their credit, either want to get out of debt, want to learn how to invest, want to make a few extra dollars in their own business, or they sick and tired of all the taxes that are coming out of their check. Type the number 3 in the chat if you know at least 3 people that want to do one of those 3, one of those 5 things. Most of y'all know 3 people that want to do all 5 of them. And we can show them how to do it for $1.17 per day, right? So here's the deal. We're going to focus on this person because when you made executive vice president, my econ has something called base shop bonuses. So when you open your base shop, then the magic starts to happen. That's why you have to pay it forward for 3 people and not 2. Because if you pay it forward for 2 people, you never get this magic to happen. What magic am I talking about? When Sue pays it forward for her 3 people, Sue earned the same $10 that you did. Again, on the second person, she earned $10. And when Sue opened up her base shop and she hit EVP, she earned $35. But guess what? Everybody understands in network marketing something called an override. Well, because you introduced Sue into your base shop, in order for her to get out of your base shop, she has to introduce 2 people as well. So she earned 25, but she earned 10, but that left a $25 override. Where does that override go? That override goes to you. So remember, your initial investment was $105. You paid it forward for 3 people, earned 55 of that back. You paid it, Sue paid it forward for 3 people, you earned another $50, and there is your $105 investment. Now, you say, woo, this network marketing piece, I'm glad I knew 3 people who wanted to fix their credit and they joined the movement and I don't got to tell nobody else about it. But guess what? These 3 people have all agreed or committed to paying it forward for at least 3 people. And because they said yes to that, we're only going to talk about the 2 because the 2 people is what ends up in your base shop. The 3rd person, you don't get paid the $25 override on. So just look at the 2 people that they leave in your base shop. Again, this person, let's say this is Mac. Mac paid it forward for the first 2 people. He earned $10 and then another $10. But then there's that $25 and $25 override. This is James. James paid it forward for 2 people. He earned $10, and then again, my econ pays $35 every time somebody joins. So there's that $25 override yet again. So here's what I want you to see. When Sue paid it forward for 3 people, you earned a $50 override. Remember, you earned 25 on this guy, 25 on that guy. It duplicated again to the point where now 4 people are left in your base shop, creating overrides times 4. So now you earned $100. I'm not going to go down this board and draw all of these circles. Just understand this. This person is going to pay it forward for 3 people. 2 people are going to be left in your base shop every time. Again, the commitment is 3, but 2 people are left in your base shop. The commitment is 3, but 2 people are left in your base shop. The commitment is 3, but 2 people are left in your base shop. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 25 is 200. And if I keep going down with this methodology, you're going to notice that this money just doubles. And it just keeps doubling. And it just keeps doubling through infinity. Because as long as people are in your base shop, you will keep getting that $25 override through infinity. Now, you're saying, I made an initial investment of $105. It took 12 months for all of this to happen, but inside 12 months, I made an extra $6,400 off that initial 105? I'm not the quickest with math, but I do know this. If I put 105 in a bank at less than 1%, it ain't turning to this in 100 years. If I bought a CD from a bank at 2.5%, 3%, it's not turning to this in 100 years. But a small 105 investment, a little bit of effort, partnering with a group of people that's about bringing black wealth to the black community, can do this a few times over, right? Now watch this. For those who like network marketing, when they got to this place where they paid it forward for that third person, and my econ sent them a $35 check, if they're smart, like a lot of people in our Black Wealth movement, they take that $35 and do what? Pay it forward for somebody else over here. And what's going to happen? My econ is going to send them a $35 check again in the next 7 to 10 days. What would a smart investor do? Take that same $35 that my econ just sent them and pay it forward for another person over here? It's house money. It's house money. It's house money. You already got your initial 105 back. Right? You can be down here with this 200, take 35 of that 200 and just start paying it forward. Every time you get the 35 back, pay it forward for somebody else. This is how we're helping the community, because every time you pay it forward for somebody else, that's another family that gets a financial education that they wouldn't get otherwise. And we need more and more people financially literate in our community if we're ever going to own our community. And why is it important that we own our community? Because you can't dictate policy, nor can you determine or dictate who polices your community if you don't own it. See, the young lady who said earlier, that I'm still a little taken aback by that this isn't what she was looking for, because she's looking for a think tank where all they do is think in a tank. This ain't that. This ain't that. You can't dictate who polices your community unless you own your community. You can't own your community unless you get some doggone money. And we ain't here talking about just the problems that's going on in our community. I'm not talking about why Jay-Z ain't taking his 800 million and doing more in the community. I'm not talking about why LeBron ain't doing this, why Carmelo ain't doing this, why this actor ain't doing this. There's a lot of black people with a lot of money who ain't doing nothing for our community. I ain't wasting my breath on what they ain't doing. What I will spend and invest my energy in is getting my own money, and then they can all watch what I do with my money. And maybe by my example, they do a little bit more. So the Black Wealth Movement is about teaching black people how to build wealth from scratch so you can take care of your family first and foremost. So you can take care of the next generation second. Then third, once you build that legacy and you have the foundation for that empire laid, now you can come together with some other members of the Black Wealth Movement in your city and say, hey man, let's go ahead and build that school. Hey man, let's go ahead and put a hotel in the community. I'm the guy that's going to go around every black community in this country, and I'm going to buy 3, 4, 10 block radiuses out, and I'm going to start with an entertainment venue in the middle, a small arena that seats 2,000 to 3,000 people, and then around that arena, I'm going to build all of the shops and malls and everything so that when we have a Chris Rock or a Kevin Hart comes in to make us laugh, and then all of us spill out of that arena, there's no place to go and spend your money but a community of black-owned businesses. See, this thing is bigger than the network marketing piece. And I'm actually glad that we have that piece. because it runs the wrong people away. I said on my morning show this morning, and I'm going to say it here again, when you don't have a supervision, you will always need supervision. When you don't have a supervision, you will always need supervision. So with that, I'm done. If you guys have any questions about what the Black Wealth Movement is, what it isn't, we'll take questions right now. I know I'm a little bit over. I try to wrap these things up in an hour, but I'm passionate about what it is that we're doing. People are joining this movement. I think we're at about 5 to 7 people every day that are joining this movement. You could benefit from those people joining, because I didn't even get a chance to talk on the collective consciousness of the people in this network. You think I got a vision for building these small arenas all over the country? You ought to hear the vision of some of the other people in this network. And I can't wait till I get that phone call and they say, hey, bro, I just bought this whole community. I'm looking for some investors. And I can say, you got one right here. Put me down for a block. Matter of fact, put me down for 2 blocks. What do you not have in the community already? We got some supermarkets. We got some tech companies. You know what? We don't have any hotels yet. Put me down for 3 blocks in that case. That's what we're doing here. That's what the Black Wealth Movement is. But if you can't see past the network marketing piece so you can get your money right, start building some passive and residual income so that you can think clearly when your bills are paid, whether you go to work or not. You think you won't think a little bit clearly? I'm gonna tell you, man, before I retired from my job last October, I saw where I was going, and it tripped people out that I would come to work skipping every day. I'm whistling every day as I come to work. Everybody else dragging in. Why? Because they don't see a way out. I saw a way out, and this is it. Any questions? Any questions before we get out of here? No questions? No questions. Anybody seen enough tonight to make them get off the fence and say, you know what, I want in right now? If you're not part of the movement and you're ready to join right now, comment pay it forward so somebody can know to pay it forward for you. Does the credit monitoring cover all 3 companies? Yes, the credit monitoring covers all 3 of your reports. Now, it monitors all 3, but to get your score, at any given time you want to get your score from all 3, it will cost you an additional $8. So you pay $34 for the whole year for your monitoring. And then at any time throughout the year you want to check your scores, you pay just $8 for that score. Douglas Griffin, welcome to the team. Who you just joined with? He said, I just joined. Who you just joined with? I'm willing to pay it forward for someone tonight. Right? I'm in, but now I'm ready to find my 3 people. That's what I'm talking about, Nicole. That's what I'm talking about. This thing is, see what you saw, Nicole, is you saw enough to get you in, but you didn't see enough because I can't communicate the vision and all of that, you know, in a 10-minute overview. Right? So I'm glad you jumped on the webinar so you can see this thing is way bigger than, you know, making a couple $1,000s, right? Anybody else? So I'm in, but now let's see. So Nada Black. So Douglas, Nada, congratulations on paying it forward for Douglas. Douglas, welcome to the team. Appreciate it. Anybody else not already part of the movement willing to take a leap of faith and run with us tonight? Anybody willing to take a leap of faith and say, I really don't know everything, but I know enough that these people are going where I'm trying to go. These people are going where I've been trying to go for the last 20 years. I just didn't know how to get there. Anybody else? Yeah, who is that? Yolanda, yeah, Yogi said she gave a coupon code to somebody to pay it forward for them. The person forgot to use the coupon code, so now she's got another coupon code free. So she's ready to pay it forward for somebody tonight. Any other questions while we're waiting on people to decide if they're going to join us tonight, or maybe you got some questions that I didn't cover that I can help you with. Any questions tonight? Let's do another 3 or 4 minutes. I don't want to keep you too much beyond 9 o'clock. Any questions? There was a question in the Q&A. Let me see if did we address that already? Is this video pre-recorded? No, this is live, baby. It is being recorded, but we are live. We are live. We are live. Do I contact you when I have my people? How do I pay it forward? Okay. So the way that we pay it forward, you guys know that the company that's behind is my econ. So the way you pay it forward, Nicole, is you will log into your account, click on the link that says accounts. Matter of fact, let me just show you real quick. Let me just show you. I can screen share. My icon is right there. Share screen. So it is as simple as this. So I would go into my back office. I would go down to where it says my account. And then I would go to Coupon Center, right? So that Coupon Center is there. Once I'm in the Coupon Center, I would just click on Buy Coupons. And it says, do you want a $34.95 coupon or do you want a $25 coupon? $34.95, I will punch in how many I want. In your case, if you're paying it forward for all 3 people right now, punch in 3. It'll charge you $105. You make your payment. It will give you the codes. And whenever someone is ready to join your movement, join the movement with you, then you just give them your code. Give them your join link and your code, right? I need to send this presentation out to some of my people because we need this. Kelvin, yes. So Kelvin, if you send them Black Wealth Movement 2017, blackwealthmovement2017.com gives them an overview and what I did with the pay it forward. I'm actually going to take this recording and replace the other recording that's on there. So this recording will be on there probably by tomorrow. Okay, perfect, because I need to watch it again. Okay, Cheyenne, yes. BlackWealthMovement2017.com is our generic site that we send everybody who wants to learn more about what it is that we do. But I will take this specific presentation and put it on that site tomorrow. There is another one on there that I did a month ago, and I'm going to update it and replace it with this one. Glad you're thinking about it, Cheyenne. We don't want to rush you, so think it over, digest it, watch it again, and if you're ready, reach out to me and I'll pay it forward for you to join. I'll pay it forward for you to join. Any other questions? Let's go to 9:15. Let's wrap up at 9:15. We got 4 minutes, just so that you guys have an idea how long I'm going to stick around. Any other questions, though? There were a couple questions in here. I don't know why Zoom does this. They have questions and answers in 2 different places, right? Kim Martin says, I would like to join. This is Kim from Washington, D.C. Kim from Washington, D.C. Who invited you out tonight, Kim? Let me know, Kim, who invited you out? No one. I saw it online. Chances are you saw it because of my marketing. So let's go with Yogi. Yogi, drop your join link in the comments, Yogi, with your coupon code. Yogi, drop your join link with the coupon code for Kim Martin. That's awesome, Kim. We got some wonderful leaders out in the DMV area, so you'll be able to plug with some of those folks as well. So let's get Kim, Yogi. Let's get Kim going. Yes, sir. Your marketing. Yeah, you saw some of my marketing, and that's one of the things that people don't get. And I don't talk about that because my team knows this. That when I market, I don't put anybody personally to me anymore. I do a lot of marketing, people getting to know the Black Wealth Movement because of what we're doing and because of the way I market. And this is how I help the team grow. I help you find your three. Most of you can go out and find your three on your own, but if you're struggling a little bit, I'm going to help you. Because I need people to understand this movement and become a part of it. So if you need help, this is what the team does. We help you. Anybody else? Can she inbox me on Facebook? So yes, give her your Facebook handle, Yogi. So remember, Kim Martin, Yogi Powell is going to pay it forward for you. She's going to be your sponsor. I'm still going to be your primary contact and trainer. If you haven't already friended me, send me a friend request and then inbox me once you complete the registration, and we'll get you added to our private Facebook group. Give me a thumbs up or something to let me know that you understand. You have to get with Yogi on Facebook. She's going to drop her Facebook handle in so she can inbox you the code. They are communicating directly to you, not all of us. That's why they can't see each other. Yes, looking up Yogi now. Okay, all right, good. So yeah. So let's get that, make that happen on Facebook. Anybody else saying, you know what, this is kind of what I've been looking for. This is kind of what I've been looking for. All right, so we answered live for that one. Melisha answered it. We answered live. Can you talk about the strategies? Okay. And is this recorded? Okay, so the cash flow manager has two pieces. You have the cash flow manager, which tracks your business expenses, but you also have the cash flow strategist. The cash flow strategist is what builds your financial success blueprint. So for me, I was shocked to know that in order to retire 2037 with a $10,000 a month income from my asset, my investment portfolio, because I didn't have an investment portfolio, I need to be investing nearly $3,000 per month at an 8% rate of return to get me the 1.3 million that I need to kick out $10,000 per month. How many of you guys would like a system that will give you that detailed of a blueprint so you know exactly when you're going to be able to retire, exactly when you're going to have the wealth that you want to have? That's just one of the tools that we have. Those of you who are ambitious or already in the financial services industry, you can sit somebody down and charge them $50, $100, $150 to give them a game plan like that, and that's another revenue stream for you. Right? So the cash flow strategist is amazing. It asks me to put in all of my income, all of my debt, my tax situation, everything, and then it spit out to me that number that says, hey, here's what you need to hit the goals that you have set for yourself. And it includes paying off all of my debt along the way, including my mortgage. Powerful, powerful stuff. I told you at 9:15, I lied. Any other questions before we get out of here? There is a lot of content in the back office, but I'm up for the challenge. Yes. So what we have is extradigittraining.com, Kelvin. And what you can do, if you go to extradigittraining.com, if you watch the 3 introduction videos and the cash flow management videos, that's a small enough digestible amount of content that you can do in the next 24 to 48 hours. And then over time, you go ahead and take that full course, right? That full financial education course, man, and you dive in and you really get to learn this stuff, man. Yeah. Yeah, been watching those also. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, that's where it is, man. It's like I tell everybody, man, this is a master's level type financial education, man. If this was offered at a college somewhere, this would be one of those $80,000 per semester type deals, right? And we break everything down so that you understand fully. Any more questions before we wrap up tonight? Anybody else ready to move on to the next level with the Black Wealth Movement? All right. So with that, I'm your man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community. It's always an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to come to you guys and talk to you about my favorite subject is building Black wealth for the Black community, so we can take our finances to another level. I've been watching those also. I want to just thank you guys for everything. Kelvin, man, thank you, man, for being open-minded enough to take a look at what we're doing and getting your knowledge up so that you can help us move this crusade forward, man. Thank you. Just got my 3 coupon codes. I'm ready. All right, Nicole. So chances are we'll have some people reaching out to us based on this webinar. And if you don't have 3 people in the next couple of days, then we'll start throwing people your way. So let me get out of here because I've actually got to make a run. So proud of you guys all for investing some of your time to come learn about the Black Wealth Movement. Whether you are on the team, not on the team, just came to listen and learn. Hopefully you did learn something, and we want to see you guys win. That's why we do what it is that we do. So I'm H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community. And until I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, y'all.